guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Yeah guys, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to talk about this. If you hadn't noticed, it's our Valentine's special. Yeah, so we're going to be talking about relationships. We're going to do a little bit of makeup and everything for the next few weeks leading up to Valentine's Day. And it's not just for you like in a relationship, yeah, it's for us single dems. We need something as well for Valentine's Day, so let's have this, okay? Right, so today we're going to be having an open discussion. We're going to be talking about, should we leave situationships alone in 2021? So guys, make sure that you pop your comments down below. I want to hear you lot's opinion. I want to hear what you guys got to say about it. Do you agree? Do you disagree? So make sure you get your tea ready. I got my green tea ready, and you light your candles, set the ambiance, because we're about to talk. We're gonna have a chat. Let's get to it. So before I start, I want to first say how I actually came to this idea. So I'm there scrolling on Instagram, blah 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 blah, and I come across this video by Desi4018. He's like this comedian and he creates like skits and whatever, and he's really funny. You guys should follow him, really funny. And he made like this skit talking about like situationships, the different types of situationships that you end up in, and you know, the ones where you're like scared for your life because like you're cheating, another one where you're friends but you're not really friends, and just these different examples, like. And then in the comments, right, because I love to be fasting in the comments, one of his followers said, can we please ban situationships in 2021? And he replied back, no, how are people gonna figure stuff out? Situationships are what make you set standards and learn about yourself. So it got me thinking, okay, right, you know what, he might have a little, he might be going somewhere with here. And it really made me think, okay, right, like right, maybe he's right, like maybe he's right, you know what I mean, maybe he's right. So I thought, let me get down here and let's talk about it. Right, so before we get into the discussion, let me first define for you guys what a situationship, for them out there that don't really know, right? So according to Urban Dictionary, because you know Oxford Dictionary ain't gonna tell me about that. So according to Urban Dictionary, situationship is a relationship that has no label on it, like a friendship, but more than a friendship, but not quite a relationship. Okay. And then the example was, me and this guy have been talking for 6 months now. Friend, are you guys together? Me, it's like we're together but we're not. It's more of a situationship that's happening. What a mess. So yeah, that's a situationship. It's basically, you're not in a relationship but you're also not friends. You're not in a relationship because you're not ready to commit. You don't want to like say you're together for whatever reason, but you're not really at the stage of friendship because you like done a bit of, you know, you done some things that make you more than friends now. You've seen each other naked, you've seen piercings and tattoos in places that nobody knew existed. So you're way past friends now. If people ask you like, I don't know, we're doing a thing, we're just I don't know. My problem is with situationships is that you are dating without a purpose. You do not know what you're doing. You don't know if you're together, you don't know if he's your man, and you don't know, like, the thing is with a situationship, it's basically kind of open as well, because it's not like you two are exclusively together and you said, he is mine, I am his, and she is mine, and he is, you get what I mean. You've not like had the officialness there. So you guys are kind of in a situation where you can kind of do what you want, really. He can go sleep with her, she can go sleep with him, and then when you come together and you talk about it, you all up in your feelings because you to have a thing, because you probably do have feelings for, if you're in a situationship, you most probably have feelings for each other. You have some level of you know, attraction or you know, affection towards one another, but it's not to the level where you're ready to commit to an actual relationship. And that's the problem, because if you were just like doing a thing, like you're just literally dating, like you're just literally sleeping together, you don't really care, you're just like, okay, what will you do, what you're doing, like we're just here to satisfy one another. But when you're in a situationship, it's more than that. You like each other a little bit, or you have affections towards one another, but you're just not ready. So essentially you're dating without a purpose. There's no official label, and you can kind of do what you want, and that's the problem. Now let me be honest, because I'm all about transparency. Your girl here has been in a few situationships. I'm not proud of it. I'm not unproud of it, if that's a word. I'm not unproud of it. It's just, now that I'm older and I'm wiser, I know that that wasn't the best decision for me. But then when I read that comment, I was thinking, okay, maybe he's got a point. Because eventually there comes a point where you've kind of got to grow up, and you've got to analyze your life, and you've got to analyze your decisions, and just kind of ask yourself, okay, like, what do I want? Where am I going? You know, whatever. Because ultimately, if you're in a situationship and you two are doing a thing, there's only one direction that can go, and that's either you break up or you end up with a baby. So yeah, I agree with Desi. I think, you know, we shouldn't leave situationships alone in 2021. They are a learning curve. They help you learn and identify yourself. They help you understand your standards, who you like, what you would settle for, and that you're not gonna settle for. And I think that you can only really learn that once you dated a waste man or dated a waste woman. And let's not lie, people out there, you know, I've done my share of, you know, waste woman things, like when you call a guy, or you're just texting him because the guy that you like isn't really texting a phone, you know, and you know the guy that you're texting likes you. You know, I shouldn't laugh, but you know, we've all had our share of toxic traits, but they're things that you should be leaving behind, and you should do that when you're younger, and you should learn from that, and you should learn, okay, I've done bad things, I've done things that I'm not really proud of, and kind of just say to yourself, okay, like, what do I want? Why am I picking the same guy again and again? Like, I'm not gaining anything from it. What do I need to change? Like, ultimately, you kind of have to really analyze yourself and think, okay, like, is there a pattern here? Am I picking the same guy? Is there a reason why I'm picking the same guy? You know, or the same woman? Is there a reason why I'm doing this to myself? Do I want a relationship? Because sometimes the things you desire, like for me, I wanted a relationship, but I had no idea of what a relationship was meant to look like. So I was picking what I felt was meant to be like that, and then catching feelings, and then it just wasn't going anywhere, and I was frustrated, and I ended up being in a situationship. But I think you really have to just kind of sit down with yourself and say, okay, like, okay, right, what do I want? Do I want a man? Do I want a woman? What do I actually want? Like, what do I want, and why am I picking this person? Is this person good for me? Is this person adding value to my life? Am I wasting my time with this person? Because now I look back, yeah, I'm 25 now. I feel like I've done all my shenanigans back there. I'm ready to date with purpose now. No man can step to me the same way the man dems were doing back then, because I'll just be like, no, completely different person, different mindset. I'm not thinking that way anymore. So because I'm more mature and because I'm older, I don't think that way. I'm not thinking the same man dems could never ever they could never approach me the same way that they approached me before, because back then I was insecure, I had no you know, I was really insecure. I had no kind of perspective on how I valued myself. I wasn't really thinking about myself. I just was thinking, kind of following a trend, like everybody had somebody and I wanted someone. And now I'm in a place where I'm like, okay, like it's all right, like I'm all right. I'm working on myself, I'm working on my business, I'm working on my personal growth. And when I look back and I'm thinking, okay, what was I actually doing with these guys? Because they weren't adding value, they weren't making me feel secure in myself, they weren't like pushing me towards my purpose or anything like that. They were just wasting my time, like completely wasting my time. Like I'm never gonna get that time back again, like it's over. So my thing is, yeah, if you're in a place right now where you're like, okay, situationship, toxic men, da 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 da, now you gotta stop that. Sometimes you actually have to, you are in charge of your choices. You know what I mean? You are in charge of who you let into your life and what you settle for. So you kind of have to make the decision and choose whether or not you want to work on yourself and think about why you're choosing to date these type of people, or why you keep on putting yourself in a situationship, you know what I mean? Because you're in charge of your life. It's not like these people are like literally saying you have to come with me and we have to do a thing. And you have to know what you want. And that brings us to like dating with purpose. The only way to get out of a situationship is to date with purpose. And what I mean by that is you have to go somewhere. Like there has to be an end goal. Ultimately, when you're in a situationship, it has to end, or things happen. Babies happen. I'm not saying that's the worst thing, but I know a lot of people, if they're in a situationship, they're probably not really ready to be committed or bound to somebody that much. But like I said, everybody's different. But I knew for me, I didn't want to know no kitties coming my way. But I was being reckless because I was all up in my feelings about a guy. So we kind of have to ask ourselves, why do we get into situationships? If there is no purpose, there's no end in sight, why are we doing it? For me, I got into a situationship because I didn't really realize that that's what I was doing at the time, to be brutally honest. I was kind of just going with what my feelings were, and if I'm honest, I was with someone who was kind of a situationship as well, but I was insecure. I had no idea what a relationship really looked like, and so I was just doing what I felt. I was doing what everybody was telling me was the right thing to do. So I think one of the one that I learned the most out of was the most painful one, and that's because I was kind of in a situation where I was so hurt by how someone had treated me that I felt like the best thing for me to do, and everybody kept on telling me, all my friends are like, oh yeah, just date another guy, he'll help you just forget everything, da, 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 da. So I was like, okay, right, found a guy. Well, he kind of just came out of nowhere, but I kind of found him, and you know I liked him, and I didn't, we kind of just whatever. And I won't go into too much details, but I do think he was going through his things, and I think that's the thing as well, like he was going through his situations and what he was going through. He had a bad breakup, and I was kind of having a bad breakup, and then we kind of both entwined together, and then it was like both of us are just two mash up people with problems, and you don't make the right decisions because you've not even had enough time to be by yourself to figure out what you're feeling and how to go through the motions. You kind of just jump straight into a relationship or a relationship, but really it's a situationship, and you've not had that time to heal or figure out what's going on with you. And that was kind of what was happening with me. And besides that, all them feelings, I was really insecure. I didn't even recognize that I was insecure, and I just was like I had a lot of mental health problems that was going on as well. I was falling into depression. I wasn't aware of. I had anxiety and all these things that I was just dealing with, and I never really realized. So I felt the healing for me was to be with someone. So, but I didn't really, I guess in my mind I wanted a relationship, but I wasn't going into it with a purpose like that. So you have to really say to yourself, okay, like, how can I date with purpose? Am I dating with purpose? Am I working on myself? Should I be dating? Should I be on my own, figuring out my stuff, being secure in myself? Because nobody can make you feel how you can make yourself feel. You know what I mean? Everybody that's in like a situationship at the moment, I would just say to yourself, like, really sit down with yourself and ask yourself, okay, like, what am I doing? Am I happy? Am I in this because I don't want to be alone? Am I in this because I had a breakup and he hurt my heart and I really don't want to be, I really need somebody to make me feel better? Are you in a situationship because you just see everybody else doing it and you just feel like you don't want to be the you don't want to be the one left out? Why are you making that choice? Why are you choosing that guy? Is it a systematic thing? Are you picking the same type of guy? Are you picking the same type of woman? Are they all doing the same thing? Have they all got the same characteristics? Because really, you can't change nobody. You can only change yourself, and you can only do that when you love yourself. So that's my thing. Sit down with yourself and just really analyze and just think, okay, like, what do I want to do? And then, you know, take a step back. It's okay to not be with someone. I know I said it. It's okay to not be with someone. It's okay to be on your own and figure out yourself. And sometimes we have issues because we don't even sit with ourselves long enough to like ourselves. Some of you ain't ready for that. Some of you ain't ready for that. But I would definitely say, like, sit down with yourself, analyze, and then think about, how can I date with purpose? Because there may be things that you need to work out by yourself before you can go into a relationship. And I'm not saying that the person that you had a situationship may not be for you, but how you went into it was purposeless. So obviously now you're only going to end up in a purposeless relationship. It's not going to go anywhere. So if you want it, if you think it's going to work, then it's not going to work where you're at right now. You really need to go back into it and either put purpose into it or take yourself out of it. Put purpose into yourself, find your purpose, and then when the time's right, if you're meant to be, you'll be a thing. You know what I mean? So guys, that's it. That's my opinion. That is my opinion.
How do you know what's good for me? That's my opinion!
And it's based on my own personal experiences, and you know, let me know if you guys can relate to anything I've said, or you agree or you disagree in the comments down below. I want to hear what you guys got to say about this. This is an open discussion, so I'm really intrigued to see what everybody's gonna say. So yeah guys, make sure you comment, like and subscribe, and press that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new videos, because girl, I am coming this year with the content. So help a girl get monetized. It's hard out here, man. It's hard out here. But until next time guys, catch me on Instagram for all these makeup tutorials, and thank you. I love you. Bye.